Hey, I'm Chris. Welcome to Capturing Chris, my testing grounds for new ideas in travel, photography, and exciting destinations, one frame at a time. And if monetization is important to you, you really need to develop your audience in your own way with your own information and your own subjects, so they are interested in what you're saying, especially if you're trying to monetize on that type of information. So if you do that from the ground up, which is what I'm showing, I think you're going to have a lot different results. And if you do it in a different way, and there's all kind of ways to do it. Don't buy any list or anything. That's like a complete waste of time. Because the other thing is, you got to put the work in to do the videos so they can get better. Because if you never put the work in to do the videos, you're never going to get better. And if you're never going to get better, you're never going to improve. So it's fairly important, the early work that you do. Because when you do it early, I think what everybody will find is the easiest to measure and the easiest to track, because you're starting from such a not so great level. And so even the littlest improvement shows big gains, and it makes you feel better. We'll sit down here for a second. I'm a little winded. It was a crazy day yesterday. I had to get 2 videos edited and processed and everything and uploaded at different. One of the videos was done, but the other one needed to get uploaded and stuff. And then everything else that when I come home, I got to fix the stuff that is broken, and watched IU beat Oregon. Fellow my friend Paul, who's out in Oregon, he was a big Ducks fan. But IU football, when I went to IU, we were a basketball school. We had Bobby Knight. So, in fact, we won the national championship in '86. I went to that game in New Orleans, which was an amazing game. But our football, I was talking to my mom. I'm like, hey, remember when you come down to Parents Weekend and we always played Michigan? I was the worst, and they were so good. It would be like 42-3, or it was horrible. But nonetheless, you have to put in the reps. I mean, there's just there's no shortcut. I wish there was. Now, I think I've decided that I'm gonna do some coaching on how to start a YouTube channel. So if that's something that interests you, I'm going to keep it relatively low price. If that's something that interests you, or you just need someone to kind of keep you on track and hold you accountable for what you're doing, this might be something that you might be interested in. Because the biggest battle is hitting start for that first time. And then I can, you can send me the videos and I can kind of analyze them and help you improve them on a per video or per session. We can talk whatever you want to talk about for like 30 minutes. I'll put that in the description. I'll make that stand store change, but I think that will be another revenue stream where we can, I can talk about what I know. And what I know is that I've been doing this for 4 months, and I understand what it's like to be new and to start, and I understand what it's like not to have ideas. You might need some help with just what sites to use and how to go about it and how to do this or that, or want some advice on, is something important or not? And there are a lot of people out there giving YouTube advice. I'm not saying that my way's the right way. It's just my way. And hopefully you can kind of gain something from that. But if you decide to do coaching, well, maybe put a plan together that puts you on, we'll talk about your goals and what you're trying to accomplish out of YouTube, and put you on kind of a schedule that eventually includes getting to the affiliate program, getting to getting to the affiliate programs, and getting to the stand store where you're selling digital products and courses and things like that. No matter what it is, you know, that you want to talk about, I'm sure there's a digital product you could make that someone would be interested in. That's what's so interesting about these digital products. Then we can talk about what you can use for lead magnet captures, things like that. So it'd just kind of be a jump start and keep you on track type like coaching program. Not this is how you do it to get the best results, things like that. More of a let's get you going and maybe get you ready for a different program that someone else offers that has a little more knowledge about what to do once you get up and going and good. Or grow with me and we can watch my results, and maybe I'll become good enough to where I can talk about those things too. But right now it's just about consistency, dedication, showing up, putting in the work, and putting in the videos. But you got to start. You got to hit record. And you can't worry about, if I worried about, I had the perfect excuse not to do the stand store challenge. I could have tapped out. They had a 14-day trial. It ends, I still could. It ends the 14th because I started October 1st. I could tap out and, I'm not doing this. It's too much. My face is all messed up. I can't be on camera like this. I decided to go a different way and embrace it and use how I look to show my level of dedication that I have a goal and nothing's going to stop me. Going through the airport, I couldn't wear the sunglasses because I couldn't see. It wasn't all that bright in there. And these are dark sunglasses. And then get up to TSA, and I'm pre-screened, all that kind of good stuff. And the facial recognition doesn't even recognize me. The guy's like, "Oh, hold on a second, I gotta get a supervisor." And I'm like, "Yeah, my face is a little messed up." But it was so swollen and bruised. Electronic recognition didn't even recognize who I was. But that's okay. I don't know what people were thinking. I don't know if they were thinking, who the hell beat the hell out of him, or that poor guy, or look at this idiot traveling like that. What's he doing? But I needed to get to Maine. I needed to get those pictures done. I wanted to see, damn it. Goofball. What you doing? You silly. You get how to walk when I was gone. All right. wanted to see what kind of results. I wanted to see what kind of results on the photography side I could come up with, and if I was capable of being a serious landscape photographer. Because if you can't take good pictures there, you're in trouble. Before I invest in going to Iceland or Norway, and I'm not sure I'm ever gonna get to Iceland, Norway. I decided I don't like cold weather. I'd forgotten, but you know, I needed to go. I canceled the trip because I felt it was gonna be unsafe. But as soon as my eye opened up and I could see again, even though I knew I wasn't gonna have the most energy, I wasn't gonna feel the greatest, I decided to go because it was important. It was important to me. It was important I get the information and give it a try. Because, you know, just like in sales, if you don't try, you don't know. And so that's what we did. So and that's extra true with these videos. As you decide, is this for you? Can you make a side income out of this? Can you make interesting stories? You got to start. And then after you start, you can start to develop your style. I'm thinking my style I won't have a style that I understand and can identify until after 100 videos. So 66 more, and I might have a style. I mean, I enjoy walking around outside. I think it's a good backdrop and gives the viewer something to look at. When I was working, I did a lot of my conference calls, and people were like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm walking. Always did them at the park. It was nice and quiet there. But I would always walk fast and I'd get a little winded, even though I'm in decent shape. I'm not a marathon man. So, but you gotta hit that start button. And if you need help with that, you help planning on how to do it. You can plan yourself to death. You can storyboard this. You gotta just start. And for me at least, I can tell you, a teleprompter was not the answer. That was the last thing I waited on, was, I need this teleprompter. Because I wanted to tell the story of my accident, and I wanted to do it the right way. And it turns out, the only thing you need is AI to guide you through it, not to do it for you. So, the other reason why I like these videos, and some of the pictures I'm showing the ones with the imperfections on purpose, because I want people not to question whether it's AI or not. That's starting to really frustrate me. The shit I'm seeing on there, some amazing stories if they were true, but they're so easy to make now. Every damn one of them's not. It's very frustrating. And so many people are getting duped. They're gonna have to end. I think they're gonna have to do something about it, but then I realize it's getting the views. So they don't want to do anything about it. They're in business to get views and to hold attention. So it's doing what they need it to do. Why would they change it? Not until enough people get upset about it will it change. So you should probably get used to it and embrace it. At least use AI to help you get better. And what AI can't do, if you need someone to help push you, book a coaching call with me and we'll talk about it. Make sure it's a right fit for you. And I'll probably start a group that we pay $3 for a month or something. to talk about our challenges and stuff, and that might be helpful too. But you can do all that stuff at the stand store, which is, you know what the assignment was this week, was to add something new to your stand store. So I'm going to do that with the coaching. It's funny how sometimes this stuff always works out for me. And it always works out because I'm always trying new things. And I think it will work out for you. You just got to try. It's the biggest thing. Got to hit record, got to try, got to post it, even though it looks horrible. You know, your face looks better than mine, quite sure. 99.99999% of the time, no one's going to have a face that looks like mine does after falling on my face on a seawall. So, but you can do it. I know you can. And you'll be so glad you did. I'm so glad I started. And I'm so glad I'm doing these 365 challenges. Every time I fail, it's an opportunity to learn. And I'm glad for the failures because I learned. And I needed to fail because it was bad. So there's so much of life is caught up in your YouTube journey, whether you know it or not. And we all have it within us. You just have to find it. You got to find that passion. You got to find that thing you're extra excited about. You got to think about why you want this. And if it's important to you, you'll eventually get there. I think I've been thinking about this for 3 years, which is insane. I'm 60. No, I'm not 60. I'm 57 years old. 59 in November. So, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the section below. It helps when I get some comments or words of encouragement. I always appreciate that. And if you want to book a coaching call to kind of talk about how to start and what you should do, and just kind of have somebody to talk to about it and talk about your fears and your kind of ambitions and things like that, we can do that. We can talk about whatever you want. It's your half hour. But try and get that first video in. We can talk about that, or we can talk about getting ready for the first video. I would hate to see you book 4 calls and each of them be like, we're really getting ready for that first video. I'm doing this more for the experience, not for the monetary value. So, or not to make money. I want it to be high value for you, but I'm doing it to kind of learn and see if I like talking about starting YouTube. There's so many people doing it. But, you know, I think I do it in a more positive way, maybe bring some fresh ideas because it's fresh. You know, I just started not too long ago, so I understand the newer tools, I understand the newer challenges, I understand the newer rules. So keep that in mind. That link will be in the link below. Thanks for joining me. Until tomorrow, I promise we're going to start talking about stand store marketing, and I'm not going to be able to do it today, but Monday we're hitting that hard. We'll start getting our posts together for daily posts to drive our traffic to the stand store, and hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks we'll see some results. All right, okie dokes. We'll see you guys soon. Have a great one, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good one. This is where I experiment. If you want to see the real side of the journey and some exciting destinations along the way, subscribe now and follow along. Don't miss the next video. Hit subscribe.